Hi there, thanks for joining Hatha Yoga. Hope you are well. So today we've been in doing the online classes for a year. So just to say thanks for anyone who's taken part and for joining in. And we'll keep going for probably a bit longer until we can start face-to-face classes again soon, I hope. So tonight we're going to do a bit of everything. So shoulder stretching, arm stretching, back bends for our back strength, hamstring stretching and twists to help, like a little bit of a detox to stimulate our digestive system. So we're going to start by lying on our backs in constructive rest. So constructive rest is where we have our knees together and our feet out to the side. So it's a little bit of a abductor stretch, outer hip stretch. Try to make sure your chin's coming towards your chest. If your chin's coming backwards, just maybe get a block or a cushion to rest the back of your head on. And we're going to start by bringing the hands onto the tummy. Making sure, first of all, that our whole of our back is resting into the mat and there isn't an arch in the back. So we might just need to do a couple of little pelvic tilts, making sure our body's in a straight line on the mat as well. So hands are resting on the tummy. We're practicing the deep abdominal breathing first of all. So as we breathe in through the nose, the tummy gently expands and maybe the fingers separate a little bit. And then as we breathe out, we draw the tummy in gently and the fingers might come together a little bit. So tummy expands on your inhale and releases on your exhale. So try about 6 breaths like that, breathing in and out through the nose. Now we're moving our hands up to this side of our ribs. So the side ribs, we're resting the hands there and we're breathing in and out again through the nose. And we're noticing that the ribs expand on the in-breath and release slightly on the out-breath. And focus on that movement of the ribs rising and falling as you inhale and exhale. And 6 of the breaths at the ribs. Hands to just underneath our collarbones, and here we're noticing the chest rising and falling as we inhale and exhale. So 6 breaths in and out through the nose. bring all three of those together. So as we breathe in, the tummy expands, side ribs expands, chest expands. As we breathe out from the chest, side ribs and tummy. So 6 breaths in and out through the nose, making the breaths as deep as you can. So inhaling all the way to the top of the inhale, all the way into the chest. Exhaling from the chest and all the way down to the abdomen. So these are full diaphragmatic breaths, or 3-part breaths, or full yogic breaths. And leave the deep part breathing behind. Now just returning to your natural breath. If you can, try to stay focused on your breath in and out through the nose. And we'll move into our gentle supine warm-up, so extending the legs out along the floor, stretch out the legs and the feet are together, and then bring the palms above the head as we take a deep breath in, extend the fingertips away, extend the toes away, and breathe out slowly, draw your arms down to the floor. And now hug the right knee in towards the chest, interlock the fingers and resting the hands on the right shin, and then we're drawing big circles with the big right toe clockwise. Go slowly with these circles, so we're aware that we're loosening off our calves and shins and ankles. We're sending extra circulation around that area. We're also gently working our hip, our glutes, and then change direction to anti-clockwise circles. And point and flex. So flex the toes towards the face and point the toes down. As you flex the toes towards the face, maybe try and separate the toes. And slowly take the right leg back to the floor, and a deep breath in, stretch the arms above the head. Breathing out, arms slowly down, and left knee in towards the chest. Interlock the fingers around the left shin. And now we're doing anti-clockwise circles with the big left toe. Loosening off the ankle joint. And change direction clockwise. Again, point and flex. And bringing down the left leg to the floor. Stretch the arms deeply above the head. Breathe deeply in. And breathe out, arms come down. Bringing both knees in towards the chest. Just hugging the knees in, knees side to side. Going to either roll up to seated or take our knees down to one side, press the hand into the floor, press into the hand to lift up. And then we're going to sit cross-legged. So if you need a block, you can place the block and sit on the block or a cushion. And with the legs crossed, we're trying to walk our heels away. So we're not crossing at the ankle, we're seeing if we can cross at the shins. Sitting up tall, fingertips at the side. Going to add, first of all, start with a twist. So upper body warm up for a twist for our spine. So fingertips out at the side, deep breath in, stretching up and breathing out, bringing the left hand outside the right knee, the right hand behind, and turning the chest to the right, maybe looking over your right shoulder or just looking towards the right. A few deep breaths in and out through the nose. Back to centre, fingertips at the side. Breathe in as we stretch up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Breathe out, rotating now to the left. Left hand just behind the lower back and right hand outside the left thigh. Slowly back to the centre and fingertips out to the side, deep breath in, stretch up and breath out slowly. Bring the hands back down and then uncross the ankles. So notice which shin's in front, and then bring the opposite shin in front. Again, walk the heels away. So here some side bend stretches, so fingertips at the side, deep breath in. Breathe out, hands back down. And then we're walking right hand out to the right and stretching the left fingertips over to the right. And feel that, if you try and really draw the fingertips over to the right, notice that stretch up the outside of the left hand side of the body. Breathe in slowly, lift back up. Left hand out to the side, right fingertips over to the left, feeling that stretch up the right hand side of the body. Maybe edging the left fingertips out a bit. Try to just keep the ear away from the shoulder. And press into the left hand to lift back up. And from here, stretch out both legs, pushing the heels away, toes towards the face, fingertips out at the side. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, come forward. So maybe to start with, just keep a micro soft bend in the knees, aiming to try and bring the chest as close as we can to the thighs, so it doesn't matter how much the knees are bent. The most important thing is we're keeping that chest close to the thighs. Maybe push the heels away a little bit to deepen the stretch in the hamstrings, the calves. And lifting back up slowly, removing our block and coming onto all fours. Okay, so from all fours, first of all, practicing a gentle down dog. So turning the toes under and lifting the knees off the mat, chest through to the thighs, press the hands into the mat
And again, we want to keep that contact as close as we can, or as much as possible, with the chest, close to the thighs, slowly lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. Again, we can keep a micro soft bend in the knees. We can draw our kneecaps up so the legs are straight and strong, and hold here 3 breaths. Bringing the knees back to the mat slowly, and coming into a child pose. So big toes are together, knees are apart, bringing the bottom back to the heels, or you can rest the bottom on a block or a blanket, and then coming into a gentle twist. So taking the hands over to the right, placing the left hand on top of the right hand, and we're rotating the chest up towards the left, maybe looking under the left armpit, and hold for about 5 breaths. And bring the hands back to the centre, and walk the hands over to the left, and placing the right hand on top of the left hand, this time looking underneath the right armpit. Feel the stretch up the outside of the right hand side. 5 breaths. Walking the hands back to the centre of the mat and lifting up slowly. Okay, so from here, stepping the right foot in between the hands into our first lunge. So a low lunge, just trying to press the fingertips into the floor, all the palms into the floor, looking forward. Imagine our shoulder blades are working their way down to the lower back for 5 breaths. Now placing the left hand underneath the left shoulder, going to lift the right fingertips up towards the ceiling with the palm facing away. So a twist for 5 breaths. And slowly lowering the right hand outside the right foot. And then another gentle twist, this time taking the left shoulder as far as you can over the right thigh, bringing the palms together, either looking just towards the right or looking over your right shoulder. 5 breaths again. Bringing the hands either side of the right foot. A gentle move now, kind of a flowing move. So we're breathing to bring the chest forward. And then we breathe out to take the hips back, and we'll come onto the right heel with the right leg as straight as possible. So 5 of those, breathing in to come forward, breathing out to take the hips back. So a hamstring and a calf stretch as we take the hips back. Breathe in forward, breathe out.
And 3 more, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. And 1 more, breathing in. And taking the hips back again, breathing out. Okay, so from here, turn the right toes out to the right and walk the hands over to the right. So we've got a twist. We hopefully have a stretch up the outside of the right leg, the ITB. Maybe a bit more intense on the hamstring. Try and push your heel away and toes towards your face. And again, 5 breaths. And bring the right foot flat to the floor, hands outside the right foot, taking our right foot back, resting a few breaths in child pose, knees about hip width. We can either go in extended child pose with the fingertips stretching forward, opening up the chest and the shoulders, or more relaxed child pose, the backs of the hands resting by the feet and the head resting on a mat or a block. 5 long deep breaths. Pressing up slowly back to tabletop. So go through that lunge flow from the left side, so stepping the left foot forward in between the hands, just checking that the left ankle is right below the left knee if possible. If it isn't, just edging your left foot a little bit forward, chest forward, bringing our shoulders down our back for 5 breaths. Coming into the first twist, so the right hand is underneath the right shoulder, extending the left fingertips up towards the ceiling, chest towards the left, 5 breaths. And left hand back outside the left foot, then moving to take our right shoulder, so it's as much as possible over the left thigh, and the chest lifting towards the left, palms together and looking either just to the left or over the left shoulder. 5 breaths. Release, hands either side of your left foot. So it's here where we lift the chest forward, breathe in, breathe out as we take the hips back and come onto the left heel, left leg is straight, pushing our bottom back and our chest forward, deep stretch for the hamstrings and the left calves. So breathing in as we lift forward, breathing out. And 4 more. Just take your time, as deep as possible with the breath. When you're ready to breathe in, come forward. When you're ready to breathe out, take the hips back. Okay, so 1 more, breathing in forward, breathing out back, and then from here, turn the toes out to the left, and take the hands over to the left. Try and keep the toes as left to the left as much as possible, pushing that left heel away, drawing the left kneecap up, bottom back, chest forward, 5 breaths. And bringing the hands outside the left foot, stepping the left foot back, and resting again in child pose, either extended child pose with the fingers stretched out in front, or more relaxed child pose with the backs of the hands resting by the feet. 5 nice long deep breaths. If the hands are behind, bring the hands forward, pressing up slowly into tabletop. So a little bit of core work, a little bit of core strengthening, and also a nice movement for the back. So we're extending the right foot away, pushing the right heel back, drawing the right kneecap up, and then extending the left arm forward. Then lifting that right leg. So hold for a breath in, and a breath out. And then a breath in, extend the fingertips away, breath out, left elbow towards right knee. Breathe in to extend away, and breathe out to draw the elbow to the knee. 1 more, breathe in, and breathe out. And releasing the right knee and the left hand and changing sides, so left toes away, push the left heel away, draw the left kneecap up, and extending the right arm away. So lifting that left leg, breathe in, breathe out, and breathe in it again, really draw the fingertips away, breathe in, breathe out, left elbow to right knee, breathe in, stretch away, breathe out, elbow to knee. 1 more, breathe in, and breathe out, and then hand and knee back to the floor, and stretch back in child pose for a few breaths, extended child pose, or more relaxing child pose. And lifting back up slowly to tabletop and coming into a down dog again. So check the fingers are spread. We want to be pressing the fingers into the floor, and the hands are about shoulder width or slightly wider. Turning our toes under. Feel these stretch in the toes and the sole of the foot. Lifting the knees off the mat.
chest through to the thighs, and lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. And from here, walking the dog first of all, so bending one knee, and then see if you can press the opposite heel into the floor. And then bending the other leg, heel into the floor. So a few more of those, pedaling the heels up and down. Hopefully feeling a stretch in your calf. Keeping the chest through to the thighs as much as you can. And remembering to breathe in and out through the nose. And then if you want to try a deeper stretch for the calves, if you bend the right knee, bring the left heel to the floor, and then straighten that right leg and lift the leg up towards the ceiling. Hold for 3 breaths, pressing your left heel into the floor, drawing your both kneecaps up. Bring the right foot back to the floor, pressing the right heel into the floor, lifting the left leg, drawing both kneecaps up, both legs are straight, drawing the chest through to the thighs, 3 breaths in one-legged down dog. Bring the left foot back to the mat, keeping the knees a little bit soft, walking the hands back towards the feet. Then we'll come into a first forward fold. So keep the knees soft if you have any back issues. Taking hold of opposite elbow into dangling. So opposite elbows. Just notice, are you swaying back into the heels? If you are, see if you can come onto the full weight on the feet. So all 4 corners of your feet are pressing into the mat. And allowing the crown of the head to come down towards the floor. Allowing gravity to help you deeper into the forward fold. 5 more deep breaths in and out through the nose. Bring the hands slowly, release the hands and draw the fingers up the body. Keep the chin towards the chest. Lift up slowly and bring the head up last to standing. Okay, so we're going to do a standing balance. First one we're going to do is tree. So first of all we want to again feel all 4 corners of the feet into the floor. So just lifting the toes off the mat and then planting the toes back down to the mat. And notice the balls of the feet pressing into the floor and the heels. And then from here we're going to draw our left heel into the right ankle, the right shin or the right upper thigh. We don't want to place the foot anywhere near the knee joint, so it's either the shin or the upper thigh. And we want to press into the right foot to help lift us taller, so we're not sinking into that right hip. We're lifting up, we're growing taller, and then we either keep the hands on the hips or the palms together at the chest, or taking the arms out like branches of the tree. And then if we want to, we can stretch the palms together above the head, really drawing the fingertips up towards the ceiling, keeping that left knee out to the side. And here, if you can, hold for 5 breaths. Bring the hands down and the foot down. Shake out the legs.
So we've strengthened that standing leg, so we move to the other side, so pressing our left foot into the floor, all four corners of the foot of the left foot, then right ankle, right heel into the left ankle, left shin or left upper thigh. Want to press into that left foot now, and then either palms together, drawing our chest forward, shoulders back, arms can stretch out, keeping that right knee out to the side, and then if we want to we can draw the fingers together, palms together above the head, 5 breaths. Bring our hands back down and the right foot to the floor, shaking out. Okay, so we could try tree again, or next we can try eagle. First of all, we're going to do the eagle prep, which is just the feet. So it's another balance, another hip opener. So we're bending both knees, have a wall maybe to hold a finger on, and we're bringing our right ankle over our left thigh. So going down as low as we can and pushing that right knee away, chest forward, shoulders back. So then if you've got the balance, we bring the palms together and we hold for 5 breaths. Press into the left foot to stand up, and then bring the right foot to the floor. Then we change sides. So now we're pressing our right foot into the floor, bending both knees, holding onto the wall if we need to, and then left ankle over right thigh. So we're going down as low as we can. The lower we can go, we might feel a nice stretch in the right calf. Keeping that left knee out to the side, and then again, if we can balance, palms together at the chest, 5 breaths. Press into the right foot to stand up, straightening that right leg, and release the left ankle, shaking out. And now is where we try the full eagle, where we add arms as well. So we're going to start with the left foot pressing into the floor, bending the knees, and then we're winding our right ankle behind our left shin. So this is eagle legs. So that with the eagle arms, you can stay just with the fingers on the wall, if one finger on the wall if you want to, or eagle arms, we're winding our left elbow over our right elbow, lifting the elbows up, see if we can bring the palms together, look up towards the thumbs, and the thumb is the eagle's beak, we're watching the eagle soar away. So if your concentration isn't that good, you could just bring your right foot so it's outside the left foot, or you can try and wind that the right foot behind the left calf, and then hold for 5 breaths. So first of all, release the arms, and then release the legs. And then we change sides, so I need to remember which one. So we were on the left foot, so we change sides. So eagle legs first, wrapping our left ankle either just at the side of the right foot or that left ankle behind the right calf. And then this time it's the right elbow over the left elbow, palms together and lifting the elbows up. So we can stay with bent legs or straight legs, whichever one you've chosen. Focus and hold 5 breaths. And releasing the arms and then the feet. So I hope your eagle wasn't too wobbly tonight. Shaking out the shoulders. So we're going to do 2 more standing stretches, and we're going to do triangle and warrior. So feet not so wide apart for triangle, and we're turning our right toes out to the side and left heel out slightly. And then extending the fingertips away, wrists in line with the shoulders. A deep breath in, draw the kneecaps up. Breathe out, extend as far as you can towards the right, and then bring that right hand so it's inside the right shin and the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Or the left hand can come behind, just resting on the lower back, which is quite nice to help open our shoulders and our chest. So 5 breaths, pressing into all 4 corners of both feet. Try not to go down too low in the triangle where the top shoulder comes forward. We want to keep that top shoulder back and the chest open. Press into both feet as we lift up and release the arms and toes forward. Check out the shoulders and turning the left toes out to the left, that right heel out slightly, drawing both kneecaps up, shoulders back. Breathe in, extend the fingertips out to the side. Breathe out, extend as far as you can over to the left. Left hand inside left thigh or left shin, and right fingertips up towards the ceiling, or right hand behind, resting on the lower back. It's up to you. 5 breaths. Press into the feet, breathe in, lift back up, release the arms and step the feet together. So bring the palms together, feet together, and closing the eyes, scanning the body from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Slowly scanning the body, noticing. Opening the eyes, releasing the hands, and then stepping our feet apart slightly wider for warrior 2. So drawing the kneecaps up and then turning the right ankle out to the side, toes facing towards the right, left heel out slightly. And we want to keep the chest forward and the hips facing forward, bending the right knee. Hopefully it'll come to a right angle. If it doesn't, maybe edging the right toes out a little bit. And we want to make sure we can see the big right toe. So that right knee is out to the side. Draw the left kneecap up so the left leg is strong. Should feel a stretch in the inner thigh maybe, or the hip area. And then extending the fingertips out to the side, looking over the middle right finger. So here we're not stretching over. If anything, we're drawing that left hand back. Want to keep our torso central over the hips. So looking over the middle right finger, 5 breaths. And slowly release the hands, just interlocking the fingers behind, drawing the hands down towards the floor. We'll see if we can go a bit lower in the warrior 2 without the hands. Nice deep breath in, drawing the chest forward, and breath out. And slowly straightening the right leg and changing position with the feet, so right heel out slightly, left toes out to the side. Chest forward, shoulders back, and then the knee position, pressing the right foot as much as you can in towards the floor, left leg in the right angle, and extend the fingertips away. Looking over the middle left finger for 5 breaths. Making sure the left knee's back so we can see our left big toe. And releasing the hands, taking the hands behind again. Feel those shoulder blades drawing together, chest forward, deep breath in, and deep breath out. Releasing the hands, and toes forward, stepping the feet together, shaking out the legs. And then coming to lie down on our mats for some twists and hip stretches. So lying down on the mat, first bringing the knees in towards the chest, knees side to side. Bring both feet to the floor. So the first hip stretch is for the front of the flat thighs and the front of the body, so the chest. So it's the bridge movement. So first of all, pressing the feet into the floor, feet hip width, and tilting the pelvis up. And then pressing the hands into the floor as we slowly breathe in and peel the body off the floor, squeezing the hips up, drawing the tummy in, squeezing the glutes, and then slowly lower down, upper back, middle back, lower back, and the tailbone last. So another 3 of those, breathing in to lift up, breathing out to lower vertebrae by vertebrae. And 2 more. And then for the last one, holding up. So hips squeezing up. Imagine there's invisible string lifting the hips up towards the ceiling. For another 3 deep breaths. So breath in, hips higher. Breath out slowly. Bring the back down. When the back's fully rested into the mat, draw the knees into the chest, knees side to side. And bringing both feet back down to the mat. So from here,
Bringing our right ankle over our left thigh, pressing the left foot into the floor and pushing the right knee away. So here we're going to move through various poses on our back. So first of all, we can stay in this position, or you could go into constructive rest where the knees are together and the feet are out, and practice your deep breathing. Or can go further into thread the needle, so lifting the left foot off the floor and hands underneath the left knee or on top of the left shin. So stay in this position, or we can go into Reclining Eagle legs. So release the hands, and now with both knees in line with each other, then we can curl our right foot underneath the left shin, and we can draw the knees in towards the chest. So Reclining Eagle should feel nicer than Standing Eagle, hopefully. And release both feet down to the floor. And then we change sides, just check the back feels okay. The back's resting into the floor. And left ankle over right thigh. So that might be enough just to gently push that left knee away and stay there. Or drawing the right foot off the floor, hands underneath the right knee or on top of the right shin. If we want to go a little bit deeper, we can release the hands and go into Eagle, Reclining Eagle. This time bringing the left ankle behind the right calf, and again drawing both knees in towards the chest. Releasing the hands and crossing the ankles. And draw both legs along the floor, feet together. Squeeze the arms above the head, stretch, breathe in. And breathe out, bringing the arms down, knees in towards the chest again. So hugging the knees in. And then we're going to do Reclining Cross-Legged. So right ankle over left. Bring both feet to the floor. And walk the feet away and bring the knees down to the floor. So from here you can have your hands on your tummy, or take hold of opposite elbow with the arms above the head for 5 long, smooth, deep breaths. If the arms are above the head, bring them slowly down. Lift the knees together, draw the knees into the chest, and bring the left ankle over the right. Bring the feet back to the floor,
And then walk the feet away, bring the knees down. So again, we're crossing our shins, not really crossing the ankles. And you can rest your hands on your tummy again, or elbows above the head, taking hold of opposite elbows, 5 breaths. Bring the arms down, slowly draw the knees together, hugging the knees into the chest. And moving into final relaxation for some breath techniques. So stretching out both legs. If that feels comfortable, allow the small toes to fall out to the side, or just resting with the feet flat on the floor. Maybe knees together and feet out, or knees hip width apart. So we're going to practice the square breathing, and we're going to imagine our body is a square. So this is where you inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. So you can either stick with that, or you can visualize as you breathe in, you're taking your awareness from your right hip up towards your right shoulder. As you hold the breath, you're going from your right shoulder towards your left shoulder. As you breathe out, left shoulder down the side of the body to the left hip, and then breathe, hold the breath, left hip travels to right hip, and then you start that square breathing again, working round the body. So if you try for another minute of the square breathing, you can do the count of 3 or 4 or 5, whichever works for you, whichever ratio works for you. And leaving the square breathing behind, return to your natural breath and bring awareness and movement back into the body, maybe wriggling the fingers, wriggling the toes. And when you're ready, stretch out both legs, feet together, take a breath in and stretch the arms above the head. Nice stretch for the body. Breathe out. Slowly bring the arms down. If it feels good, bring the knees into the chest. Releasing that back, massaging the spine if we take the knees side to side. ready, and roll up to seated. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you feel relaxed, and see you again soon. Bye for now.